What up, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Gotta Be Good podcast. I am one of your hosts, Blizzy Tunes. Today we have the dynamic duo, Tia Yorick, Brennan Muller, but you guys go by
MoonlightVro.
hell yeah. We also got the dynamic other host, Hoodie the host in the building.
Hoodie the Fro.
Hoodie the bro.
Hoodie the bro.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Love it.
So where did you guys get your name from? Like, what was the inspiration?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, so I used to make music. Started in high school on GarageBand. We had a GarageBand course. Took that, kind of got hooked, and I had some players on my basketball team that called me Vro.
Yeah.
VRO.
Okay.
So I started with the name For Real Vro.
For real, bro?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was my name.
And then I listened to Fatboy Bari, and he's got a song called Moonlight Shoddy. So when I started like writing music, like even before we met, I just started calling myself Moonlight Shoddy.
Mhm.
And then when we decided to make music together, we just said MoonlightVro.
So you had like two individual projects before you guys collabed on.
So she never actually released a
Yeah, I know.
project. I used to be mainly on SoundCloud, dropped like one EP with 3 songs on Spotify.
Okay.
And then when we met in college, she was actually in Arizona at the time visiting her dad. She sent me this track of her just singing over a beat. I was like, I produce music.
Right.
I'm going to do something to that.
Okay.
So we made our first song when we weren't even next to each other. She was
Yeah.
in Arizona and I was in Wisconsin at the time and loved the track. And then once we finally started living together, we're like, we should,
So did you guys meet online then?
no.
No?
We actually met in Eau Claire. We went to college together.
Okay.
And through like mutual friends, I heard that a bunch of people went over to his house to make music and just make some tracks. So kind of interested. And then we started hanging out through friend groups. And
Yeah.
So you're a producer originally then, right?
Originally, I made beats, released them on SoundCloud,
Dope.
and
What-
then moved away from that.
What DAW did you use?
I use FL Studio
FL?
for the day.
You've been FL since day one?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Grew
People
up
sleep on FL, man,
I know.
but it's powerful as hell.
I mean, I grew up watching Internet Money on YouTube.
Yep.
That's where I learned everything, and that's where I originally found out about Juice WRLD. Right when he was kind of becoming big. So I was just head over heels with FL Studio and just learning everything I could, and that's kind of where it all started.
So on the last EP that I was checking out that you guys dropped, you said it was on Halloween. Did you produce every single track on there?
I didn't produce any of the beats on there.
No? Okay.
After college, I moved away from making beats and just went full time mixing and mastering vocals, and then
Mhm.
also just rapping and singing on tracks.
Okay.
And then if we could back it up to like where are you guys from?
Yep.
Like how did you guys get into music? Just a little bit of your background, a little bit.
I can go to you.
yeah, for sure. So I'm from Lakeville, Minnesota, born and raised there. Yeah, I was wondering if that was too high.
Thanks, Tony.
You're the best.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
We're blurring you out though. Just kidding. Love you.
So I'm from Lakeville, Minnesota, and I actually started writing music when I was like 4 years old.
Oh damn.
And I was at my grandparents' house and I wrote like 5 songs and I was like, you need to record this because I'm going to be performing it one day.
Mhm.
And so I have like a CD of like my first 5 little tracks that they don't even make sense. They're about like art and going to the grocery store. Like,
It's like Kanye West, like his daughter. just
yeah,
released a
yeah.
track.
It's fire too.
Miss West.
Yeah, don't try to test me.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So you're from like you said, Lakeville,
Yep.
and then you living in Bloomington now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
How y'all liking Bloomington?
Good.
It's nice.
What kind of opportunities have y'all seen that kind of like helps you in that area?
For music?
Yeah, music wise.
Yeah. In the area, nothing much helped us out. It was mostly connections through social media,
Word.
Instagram. I know Tia had known some other artists from her high school that we eventually linked up with that led to our first, live performance. So
Mhm.
that's kind of where
So
our
did-
connections came from.
Lakeville have a lot of people that made music when you were going to school there.
Yeah, there's some. Rico Shaw was one of them, and he was in
That's a name we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was in my brother's grade, so they used to hang out.
Mhm.
And then when we started making music, I was like, well, he's still making music, so just We invited him over. We made a track together that's going to be on our new EP.
Mhm.
And yeah, he got us into that concert and just keeps giving us some opportunities.
Dope.
Yeah.
So where were you from then?
Yeah, I'm originally from Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
That 70s show, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go,
hey,
man.
I'm glad you know the reference. Yeah,
course.
that's nice. Yeah. In high school, I had this class that I signed up for called Garage Band. At the time, I thought it was my senior year, so I thought I was just gonna slack off and kind of sit
Easy
there
A.
and
Easy
listen to
A.
music all morning. But I eventually just ended up really liking, the beat composition.
You got it.
Compensation. I wish. Yeah. No, composition. And kind of just fell in love with that. Started watching YouTube videos, found internet money, downloaded FL Studio, just started plugging away, buying, presets, plugins, and just fell in love with it. Through my college career, I met a couple great roommates that we, made some tracks together. I started getting more serious about it and ended up getting decently good, I would say. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
met Tia, and then we were like, let's do this.
And now we here.
Now we're here.
So I saw you guys did some stuff on New Year's Eve. It was your first show.
Yes.
Yes.
How did that go?
That went
It
good.
was great. Yeah. A lot of speed bumps along the way, like any, first show, first performance, first release, you're going to run into
Right.
ups and downs. But looking back at it, I wouldn't have wanted it to go any other way.
Yeah, and for those couple songs we did, we kind of went out of our genre that we usually do because we're like, well, our Immortal EP is kind of like mellow, kind of vibey, and
Yeah.
I don't think people are gonna like turn up to it or anything. So
When I listened to it, it honestly gave me kind of like a little bit of like a Juice WRLD vibe almost.
Oh,
like
yeah.
very like you like the way you guys like singing it is pretty cool. Like you're really
Thanks.
it's not
Thank
like
you.
the act like you're not like rapping 16th bars like most rap.
Yeah.
You're actually like taking your time with the melody, catching it. I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty cool. It literally gave me like a Juice WRLD vibe when
Yeah.
I heard it for the first time. I
So you
do
can actually hear the lyrics,
yeah.
which is always nice.
Yeah, exactly. And then the vocal processing you have on most of it, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was like
Yeah.
all him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So leaving beats behind, I brought a lot of knowledge, just how to mess with vocals. Still pretty rudimentary, but I get it to the point where I like it, and I.
Well, that's what it is. It's like people get so caught up in trying to like learn technique, but in reality, if it sounds good, send it,
Yep.
and
I agree.
Mhm.
that's pretty, I think that's like a huge thing a lot of people learn and their music levels up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Kinda
definitely.
crazy.
Yeah. T over here is a perfectionist though, so sometimes I'm ready to send it, and she'll be like, "Oh, we
Hold it
got
back
to."
a little bit.
That ain't it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, but I appreciate it a lot because
No,
a
for
lot of
sure.
songs.
Yeah, since I do like video editing at work and stuff,
Mhm.
when I hear timing with the audio and beats and everything, I'm like, no, it needs to be exactly on the dot. So
Mhm.
I'll always take like an extra couple minutes just to zone in and get it right where it needs to be.
Yeah, well, your content looks highly professional.
Thank
Like,
you.
I've been, we've seen a bunch of pages.
Yeah.
And like your content looks very much
point.
on point.
Curious
Like for
too,
all you guys.
How is it being a couple and being like a duo like show? Like,
Yeah, there's obviously ups and downs.
Right.
Like it's very fun. It's mostly fun. Like
Yes.
there's a lot of great times, a lot of great nights. But
mhm.
then we will have those off days where it's like, oh my god, nothing's working. We
Right.
can't see each other's visions.
yeah.
Some of those days, the song that we're working on, if we get an argument about something, we'll take a break and we'll come back to it, and that's when we create our best,
Yeah.
best song.
Yeah, and also too, you got to like separate the relationship and business.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very true.
So-
And some of our best tracks, like we've actually been pretty heated, like he was just saying, like right before. And then we'll be like, okay, make up, let's get this done.
Mhm.
And it comes out sounding better than we thought.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Arguing is good. It's
Yeah.
healthy
Beneficial.
as long as you're doing it right.
Yes,
It
exactly.
can almost come off as like a debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see that this lineup has some celebrities on there. Super Hot Fire, Trill Sammy. You meet any of those people? Any of
No,
them? No.
I don't
No,
even
no.
think they were
They
there.
don't
weren't
think they made it.
They're just on the flyer.
Yeah.
That's
So then
wild.
a bunch of people showed up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Where's
Yes.
Trill Sammy at?
Right.
Sammy
And
was
he was even
excited.
commenting on some stuff,
Yeah.
like, but I don't know what happened.
Where was that show at?
It
Or
says
where's
it
that?
says warehouse, private warehouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even think I've actually ever been to like a legit like warehouse.
No, either
show.
have we, because
Yeah.
the venue changed the day of. So then
Okay.
it was on like Lake Street. I can't remember where exactly,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Lake Street.
yeah.
It was a very
We used to hang
interesting.
out there a little bit. Yeah, but I've never known like a legit warehouse party, and I've been like in the EDM scene for so long, and
Yeah.
Nice.
everyone's always like, "How's the rave scene?" I'm like, "Well, technically, I've never actually been to like legit rave. Technically, like a legit rave is in a warehouse. You
True.
don't know who's playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's super dark.
See, and that's where I've been to raves, but technically,
I was about to ask too because you have some photos. It looks like you're at a festival.
yep.
What
Yeah.
festival
Mhm.
did you do?
North Coast, it's in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think we're 3 years running there.
Word.
Love that place. It's just vibes all over the place.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
fun.
Heck yeah.
We actually shot a music video because it was day 2 last year when we went, and we were pretty dead. So we went to this place there. It's called the Dome.
It's a dome.
Something
It is the
dome?
dome. It is.
The Dome.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can like lay in there. There's laser lights. There's DJs playing more like mellow music. And I saw some people like coming by taking flash photography photos. So I'm like, let's just make a music video here. And so we just did it right there. We haven't dropped it yet, but definitely will
So,
soon.
like everyone's got their
Oh, that-
camera out. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. I mean,
That's
you were
rad.
talking about like in Vegas, you were gonna go just to capture content and stuff. So
Yeah.
it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like you're literally capturing content on the go
Yeah.
as you go.
We'll probably end up making a music video there somehow.
Yep.
What's your travel setup looking like?
Light work.
Light work?
Yep.
Like doing like just mainly iPhone stuff or what?
She's got one camera, and that's
Yeah.
And that's all you run?
yes.
Yeah.
that's
Kind of
pretty
got an okay lens, but
Yep.
then I have my phone. I have like those basic like selfie lights, and then I
Mhm.
have a kind of shitty mic. But
I mean, that's all you need. I mean, we're shooting this on 3 iPhones
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And that one got a crack back.
Gets the job done though.
Who dropped that one?
Your EP coming up though. When's that set to release?
the 28th at midnight, so it'll be like Saturday night when it turns midnight.
And I see there's some people you guys work with. So like a few common names I see is Broly 500, and then I see who else was on here?
Ivory was on there too.
There was another one you guys were featured on.
The kid.
The Kid Kua.
Yep.
Yep.
So how do those relationships work out? Those just friends, acquaintances, business partners? How'd you get to meet those?
Yeah. So starting off with Brawley 500, I was freshman year in college. So it was like 2018. My brother sends me a snap, and he's like 6 years younger than me. Jeez. And he's like, "Have you heard this guy? He sounds like X." And I can't. 2018. I can't. X might have already passed or not. I'm not
It
sure.
might
You
have
would-
been.
you would
know
It would might
more
have been
than I.
2019 or late 2018.
Okay.
I'm super into like the X, Peep, Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
all
for
that
sure.
shit.
Yeah. So he sends me this track, and it's one of Brawley's songs, and now it's got over 1 million streams. And I'm like, I love this guy. I want to work with him. And at the time, I was just making beats, so I sent him, introductory message. Hey, I love your stuff. Fanboying basically.
Mm-hmm.
Listened to his stuff for 4 or 5 years. Sent him multiple messages on Twitter, Instagram. Never heard a response until this year. I sent him another thing, just some of our tracks that we were working on. And he finally responded saying like, "Hey, I've been off Instagram for a while. I'd love to work."
Mhm.
And that's kind of where it started.
Dude,
and-
that's awesome.
That was a sick
Yeah.
moment.
Because even if you're a fanboy, like it's cool, man. Like it
Yeah.
paid off, obviously.
Like, what,
Yeah.
did, what did Mogul say? He's like, just be more savage.
Be more savage
Yeah.
I
and,
saw that
and
one,
also
yeah.
ask.
Yeah,
He's like, ask more.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Be more savage.
And like you have like 2 tracks with him on that last EP.
Yep, 2 tracks. Yeah.
Any more coming up on the future one with Broly?
I've been talking with him in the
Yeah.
Instagram DMs, and we're kind of going back and forth. And right now we're kind of moving into recording things in a more professional setting, like getting into studios and recording.
Word.
So
Yep.
I'll send him kind of my tracks that I work on at home. And if he likes them, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to, book some studio time to get it sounding a little better.
So your last EP, based on what you're saying, I'm getting the idea you recorded it not in a professional environment.
Nope.
Was it like in your home, basement, anything like that?
Yep.
Who
Yeah.
mixed those vocals? Was that you?
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking good job, dude.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because like I'm a producer, I know what goes into shit like that. And you got them sounding on point.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
that's dope.
The first song on that EP was actually made or recorded when we still lived in my mom's basement.
Mhm.
And then we put a video up on YouTube. The music video was also recorded in that little room in her basement too. So it really started out like from wherever we were. And then the rest of it was in
Started
our
from the bottom,
apartments.
now we here.
Started from the basement, bro. How many
Yeah.
people came up that way, bro?
I mean, I did.
All the grades.
And I don't even make music.
Yeah, all the grades, man.
Yeah.
All the grades came up that way.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope. So, is there anything you could talk about as far as your upcoming shows, or any little tidbits you could drop, anything like that?
Upcoming shows.
Yeah.
We're after the first one.
Yeah.
It was kind of an adrenaline rush,
Okay.
and every time I watch the videos,
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
heart starts beating. I get super hot, but
Mhm.
so I definitely want to get back and start doing that more. I'm really looking forward to shows where we can be on a stage and highlighted more.
Right.
The last show we went to was more kind of we're part of the crowd, which is also has its benefits because
Right.
you're rocking
You're,
out
like,
with the crowd.
The
interacting.
energy is
Yeah.
higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the more you keep doing it, the more you get comfortable with it. It's like with
Yes.
anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you been working with any like promoters in that aspect?
Nope. Right now, we've been working on developing our music and just how good it sounds. Like I
Yeah.
said, getting into that professional studio setting.
Yep.
But that is on the to-do list for sure.
I feel like you guys won't have an issue with that once you get on that, because I mean, first, your content's already there. Your mixes sound great,
Yeah. Thank you.
and like you guys definitely got that like that look down.
Thank you. What do
Yeah.
you suggest, like, for getting in touch with promoters? I don't think either of
So-
us
You
really
would know
know
that.
about
So
that.
the Poorhouse, I think the Poorhouse, they do a variety of things, and they have a nice big stage, and they do hip hop.
Cool.
I would suggest reaching out to the people that promote those type of events. So Mr. Minnesota, he does a lot of big ones. Shout out to Mr.
Okay.
Minnesota. I can send you his profile, and I'll send him a DM and stuff like that, and see
Dope.
if I can get you guys in
Awesome.
and
That'd be
connect
sick.
with that. But yeah, talking to promoters, going to their shows, going to the events where you're not specifically booked, but networking is a huge piece of it. I don't think y'all have a problem with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have so when I do videography, I have a social
Mhm.
media background. So I do a lot of outreach to influencers and creators for the company that I work for. So I've
Mhm.
just transferred all those skills to us. But
Have you done that like your whole career? Like,
yeah, I've only worked there a year and a half
Okay.
after I graduated college, but still at the same place.
how's
yeah.
that field looking like? Is it pretty competitive, or is it stressful? What's
Yeah.
it looking like?
Well, at the same time, it's the beauty industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of, I don't know, we have a lot of competitors, and there's just a lot of thing that goes in. And then instead of working for just one brand, I work for 5. So it's like whatever I do for one, I have to copy and paste for 5 different ones with their own tone and voice and everything.
Yeah, make it so they don't all feel the same.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And then did you guys go to college for any of this stuff? Or what did you guys go to school for?
I went for, what did I even go for? Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, what most people don't use what they actually went to college
Right.
for. I'm just curious.
I went for public relations, and then I double minored in multimedia and graphic design.
Yeah. I went for. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask if y'all did any shows like in college,
No, but that
like
would
any
be
house parties.
No,
No?
that would be. I had dreams and visions. One of my houses had a giant balcony,
Mhm.
or it wasn't a balcony. It was just part of the roof that I wanted to set speakers up on and
Yeah.
perform on there.
Oh yeah.
Never happened, but it would be super fun to go back there and perform at our place
Hey,
we graduated from.
that'd be dope.
Did you guys both go to Eau Claire then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever hang out at Stout ever?
We never went
No,
there. I
I
never.
never.
went there. Uh-uh.
When in doubt, go to Stout. If not there, go to Eau Claire.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was in River Falls, man. I went to Eau Claire that one time. Y'all got that big ass hill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I
The
remember,
hill.
bro. I was drunk as hell walking up that motherfucker, bro.
There was the hill, and then there was the coldest bridge in Wisconsin.
So
where
cold.
it was over a river, so during the wintertime, the wind
Oh.
is just.
The wind chill
I guess that's what it was known for. Yeah.
freezes all the way.
Yep.
Be like that though.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. I had a few questions lined up for you guys. So the glasses. I know we were talking about that a little bit earlier. Has that been a staple since you guys started becoming a thing, or did that kind of just become added on
I
later
feel like
down
it's
the
a
road?
space thing because I was creeping on your
Yeah.
guys' stuff too.
Yeah,
and
you
it
have 'em-
came out very spacey. I was also thinking too. You know who should be rocking those goggles? I mean, you guys are rocking great too, but Lil Uzi. I just
Oh,
feel like he's
yeah. I
got that
agree.
space presence.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But
for sure. I'm not from Earth and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that first music video I was talking about. Right before we filmed that, I was like, we got to start kind of branding ourselves. And since we're talking a lot about extraterrestrial life and everything. Might as well do something to fit the image.
Yeah. And our first kind of solo date, we had hung out, with friends and stuff. But when I finally went over to her apartment and hung out, for some reason, the first thing I asked her about was aliens or UFOs. And I was like,
and I was so happy.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah. It was
once you start, you can't stop.
It was a big swing and I connected. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we ended up talking like 3 hours just sitting on the couch about like aliens, conspiracy theories. And I was like, oh, yeah.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory, though?
Ooh.
Hold up. And did you see that Peruvian alien?
The one they brought out in front of the council?
Bro, it was all fucking like dried up and shit.
Wrapped up in toilet paper or whatnot.
I don't know what he was on, man. That's me after a good party, bro.
Yeah, for real. No, I love, if you guys have heard of Bob Lazar and his talks with extraterrestrial crafts coming down to Earth and whatnot. That's just, I love UFOs and love space, aliens and all that jazz. So
they just confirmed that shit like not too long ago.
Yeah.
They've been having a lot of hearings, so it's getting real.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy because it's like no one made a big deal about it.
Nope.
It's like, yeah, we got aliens, and it's like no one even batted an eye.
Our generation
we
just, well, yeah.
We are the aliens, bro.
Yeah.
We already knew this, and anything you throw at our generation, I feel like it's just gonna come back with humor and memes.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Straight up memes. Dude.
Yeah.
Don't make a meme out of anything, bro.
Yeah.
Content.
Literally.
I also really like I like learning about Project Bluebeam because the whole thing is that all the stuff is going on is just kind of staged by the government to start controlling us even more. So I think it's funny when like they come out with a Miami alien thing and everyone's just kind of like making fun of it and making memes. So I don't think it's working out how they wanted it to, and that's
bro. It's like they had an intention and that shit just went sideways. It's like fuck, it's too late.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Loose Change? Not
No.
about aliens, but it's about 9/11.
Is it like the documentary on how things went down?
It seems pretty fishy.
I believe that one for
The
sure.
way like the towers dropped and everything, like no,
From
like
the
towers
bottom?
don't really like fall like that unless there's like bombs set like on every floor. It's I don't know. Check it out. It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with aliens, but
Conspiracy
good
theories.
Conspiracy theory.
We love all those.
By any chance, did you guys catch any of like Lil Yachty was just in town, Lil Uzi was in town not too long ago? Do you guys catch any of those shows?
No.
No.
I feel like you guys like EDM shows.
Yeah,
don't you?
y'all go to like hip hop shows often, or is it more EDM shows?
We do sometimes. I mean, when we went to the Get Busy or Die tour, it was like Snot,
DC the Don.
Night Lavelle.
Lavelle.
So if you had to describe like what are your top 3 genres? I want to know right now.
Mine
For each of you.
is hip hop, rock, and EDM probably.
What kind of rock and what kind of EDM?
I like classic rock and also like 90s grunge. I'm a super big Lil Peep and Lil Tracy
Love Lil
fan.
Peep.
So
All right, Peep.
yes, R.I.P.
Mhm.
You got the crybaby tattoo?
No,
I do.
do you?
Yeah.
That's
so
in a naughty place.
That is.
Not really. It's on my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
The Juice WRLD tattoo is kind of a naughty spot.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, but Lil Uzi, big hip hop fan of his.
Yep.
Yeah. Then rock, it's mostly just classical and grunge.
Lil
Like,
Uzi's Halloween show was, or it was around Halloween.
Yeah,
it was at the Armory.
That's
It
the one I was
it
trying
awesome.
to get at. But what about you?
I would say kind of the same thing, and I really like R&B, like all the girlies like Janae Aiko,
Okay.
SZA, Summer Walker.
Any TLC in there? Any throwbacks? Mariah
Mm,
Carey?
not as much.
not
not
as
as
much.
much. No.
just around Christmas.
Just around Christmas.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What are like some of your biggest influences for your sound?
Yeah, I would say for mine, it would be Lil Peep. Although sometimes it doesn't come out sounding like that. When I'm starting, it's like, okay, I have this vibe or inspiration in mind that, like the other day, I forgot what song I heard, but it was by A$AP Rocky, and I really liked the
Oh,
beat
yeah.
behind it, and I started searching like the producer type beat, and I would take inspiration from songs, and it doesn't come out sounding how exactly I hear it from their song, but it's
Right.
like that's how I started, as going from Lil Peep beats, and then I was like, oh, I love Uzi, going to Uzi beats, Playboy Cardi beats. Like that's kind of how I get my inspiration, and then my own sound goes on to beats that are meant for other artists. Like
That makes me so happy you just said that. I love Lil Peep so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. Do you like Lil Peep?
Yeah. I love
Okay.
Lil Peep. Sadly, I didn't get into him until after he passed.
I
So I'm a little
got
bit
into
of
him
fake
like
fan.
6 months before he passed. So it was even-
That's like
Same
as
here.
him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was showing him in my basement. We were playing pool, and what was the first song I listened to? God, Beamer Boy was like the
Dude.
second one, but
I think mine was
Fucking love
Never
that song.
Eat, Never Sleep.
Read Never Sleep.
And that was back like when I was actually never eating and never sleeping. So it made a lot of
It
sense. at the
really,
time.
yeah.
Is it Star
Really
Shopping?
stuck. No, Star Shopping was later on, but that I
Okay.
think that I've talked with this about my buddies. We'll sit around the campfire and be like, all right, top 5 Peep songs.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will say their
Changes.
top 5. It changes every new song
'Cause I
that's brought
find
up.
new music on SoundCloud from him all the time. So.
Yeah, no, I didn't know him until Postmortem, but Beamer Boy is like my top 5.
Yeah.
Better Off is probably
Yeah.
my favorite song by Lil Peep.
I was there one night when they were, it was like a 3 a.m. night. We were in La Crosse for Oktoberfest, and they were just like, no, just pick 5 top Lil Peep songs only. And they're like scrolling through YouTube,
There's
and they're
so
like,
many.
no,
Yeah, I bet you that
one.
conversation went on for like an hour.
Yeah, it really did.
What's your top 5 right now, or like what's the
Lil Peep?
inspiration? No, just in general inspiration for your sound.
So I have like a lot of rap inspiration. Like when it comes to the voice, I would say probably those girls I mentioned earlier.
Oh, right.
But for like flows, I really like how Suicide Boys does like triplet flows. And I like Chance the Rapper's like wordplay and Mac Miller's just creativity and versatile things with creating music. So I spend a lot of time like writing music. Like my process is I'll put on a beat, freestyle like a hum or gibberish,
Yep.
and then I'll spend a lot of time like, okay, what is it about? Kind of more poetry stuff.
What's your like recording process look like? Are you more of a writer? Are you more of a turn the mic on and let me flow? Like
I'm definitely more of a writer
more
for
of a
sure.
writer?
That's where we're complete opposites,
Yeah.
but it's beneficial to the process.
Right. So are you more of a let me rap it to the mic while it's recording,
Yes.
and you'll hear what you like?
Yep. I'll sauce all the
Yeah.
effects on there, and then
Mhm.
you know what sounds good, because sometimes when you're recording, and it may not sound good straight away, but once you get the effects you usually use for your sound that you're looking for, something pops out to me like, oh, this random fucked up note actually sounded really good.
Yep.
And then I can drop it down, detune it, just do random things that can it just adds to
Makes it sound
the
different.
composition. Yeah.
And that's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Like going freestyling on shit like that really gives everything a unique sound.
Yeah.
Not getting caught up with like the right way to do stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. We were just talking about that, I think yesterday. We're like, when you freestyle, there's like a sound that comes out that never would have happened if you were trying to think and kind of stage it like that.
Well, like
Yeah.
apparently, like Lil Wayne, he never like I don't know where I heard this, but I guess he never wrote anything.
I think I've heard that as well.
He
Yeah.
just straight up went into the booth freestyling.
Which I think makes sense because it's
Yeah.
almost out of your soul,
Yeah, and it's like yeah, and I've heard of other rappers like do similar stuff. But then excuse me. So like then you go into the writing aspect, like Marshall Mathers, Eminem. He's always talking about he has notebooks filled with stuff that he's never like put down, but he wrote.
Yep.
And it's like you guys are a little bit of each of those
Yeah.
types.
Now
of
our generation, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
in the notes on the iPhone. So,
exactly.
no, I-
Let me pull up my notes real
scrolling.
quick.
Yep.
Nah, I almost like it better if like you got your notes, but you also got them in your head. So like if you don't got to reference your notepad, it almost looks like you're freestyling, but at the same time, it's like you got your cadence down. You know what
Yep.
you're gonna say, and it's like it's a better look. Have y'all ever been put on the spot like that, where it's like you got to just freestyle off the dome real quick?
Kind of just with each other.
Yeah.
Just
And
with
then
each other?
in
through
person.
college, we used to take car rides
Yeah,
every night to go smoke,
yeah.
and we would freestyle.
Put a beat on.
Yep. And we didn't sound good because there's a bunch of white boys in a car driving
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
but
That's all right.
it was one of the greatest times I've had. 'cause
The
it's
ideas
just
were
so
flowing.
fun. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Once you got fun with it, you done with it. That's what Kodak said.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite show or festival that you've been to?
Huh.
And it doesn't
Just
have
think
to be
about
just
that.
one. You can name multiple.
North Coast. Right now, I love
Like
festivals that
every
are
year?
outside. Yep.
You've been?
That's why we return outside. It's what is it? Labor Day. We go usually.
In Chicago's not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
far.
Labor
Do you
Day.
guys drive or fly?
We drive.
Drive.
Okay.
Yep. We usually get an Airbnb for around like 9 of us, and we go out there for. I think this year we're gonna go all 3 days, but we usually go for 2. But being outside and being able to like go in the dome where it's air conditioned and You know, they
Mhm.
got stadium, they got grass, they got shipyard. You know, it's just a lot of different areas you can go to, and that's my favorite. You get sick of one sound, head over to house, get sick of
Right.
that bass, you know, all that stuff.
For me, I would say a really memorable concert was Lil Skies back in like 2018.
Shit, I forgot about those guys.
It was like in his prime when all of those songs were
Red
popular.
Roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
And I
Yes.
was like determined to get to the front. And I
Mhm.
was in a group of 15 and I was like, who's coming with me? Because I'm not stopping.
Mhm.
And so we got to like the second row and it was to the point where I could lift my legs and I was floating in the air. That's how
Damn,
crammed it
crowded
was. I had like bruised ribs for a week. So I actually ended up getting carried out because I had like a panic attack.
Yeah.
So me and my friend who came with me, we're sitting in that one room where they like calm down the drunk people.
Yeah.
But then the employees realized that we weren't that drunk. We were just like overwhelmed.
yeah.
So they're like, you guys want to go to VIP? And we're like, oh,
Damn.
sure.
You got a free upgrade?
Yeah. So they walk us to VIP and all of a sudden those guys goes, 1 second. And all the lights go off. And we're like, what the hell's going on? 10 minutes later, lights turn on. He's 3 feet away from us performing to everyone like down there, like in our VIP section we just got
Damn.
walked to.
Hell yeah.
You
It
almost
was
got to be
sick.
happy you had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
It's like one of the few times you're happy about it.
Yeah.
Heck no, dude. I've been in those situations where it's like you're just overwhelmed by the people around you. And like, dude, I'm short. I'm 5'5". And then that shit gets scary. It's almost like a survival
Yeah.
instinct.
Dude,
I was like,
first
hyperventilating.
electric forest I've ever been to. Woke up in
I'm
the
going there
medical
so
tent.
bad.
Day 2. You still got 2 more days. I woke
Oh
up and
my
I was
gosh.
like, fuck. I bring
Oh,
it back
no.
to camp and hang out for a bit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
probably
on.
think I died.
That's on the list. Electric Forest.
It's a
Forest,
good one,
Yeah.
dude.
Just be
I've
be on the lookout for the Wook flu, man.
The Wook flu.
The
Yeah.
Wook flu, man. Everyone I know that goes to E Forest comes back sicker than a dog.
If
I'm
you don't want to
sure.
go too far either, Base Ribbon, not that far away.
Base ribbon. I haven't heard of that
Y'all
one.
heard about base
Yeah,
ribbon?
No.
It's at that Frisbee golf course, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. Literally, I don't know if you guys know who Hesh is, but he drove by like on a golf cart and I dabbed him up. Like that's how
That's
like,
Damn.
that's sick.
it was
Yeah,
tight.
Hesh is a rhythm DJ. Him and Bomber are like pretty good.
Bomber played too.
They're pretty big headliners there. Do y'all listen to like rhythm dubstep or anything like that, or is it more house?
It's. I love my. I would say melodic house,
Mhm.
melodic EDM. Like Millennium's like
Millennium's
I've been to
great.
3
Yep.
Millennium concerts.
Yep.
Seven Lions.
Okay,
That's
so
good too.
that's more of
Yeah.
a that's like future bass.
Yep.
Is that genre? And
I just
I think
love-
Millennium does like melodic dubstep.
Yeah, melodic
Millennium's good
dubstep.
too, because like if you see him live, he like throws down. Actually, like
He does.
you're expecting like a really soft show, but
Yeah.
Dude,
normally not.
I threw a glow stick. I threw a glow stick at Millennium one time, bro.
You did hit him or no?
Yeah, I hit him in the fucking head. And like I thought it was funny, bro. And
I
like,
mean, I would probably thought.
dude,
it
the
was
people
funny.
next to me were like, "Bro, stop doing that shit."
disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't believe you hurt my God. Yeah.
No,
That's what they're
yeah.
thinking.
it was hilarious, bro. The other people didn't think so, but
I
thought-
remember when
I thought it
dude
was.
like 7 years ago when he played at the Loft when I was working there.
He's too big for the loft,
Now,
man.
yeah, I know that's
have,
crazy.
have y'all been to the loft or Skyway or anything?
No.
No,
Mm,
But
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been to Skyway. That's about it.
because they got a few like rap artists that have performed there before.
Okay.
Mainly like Studio B, which is one of their side stages. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Ray Sherman's played at
Yeah, Ray.
the Loft.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a pretty good venue too.
Subtronics has played at the Loft.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love Subtronics.
So that New Year's show that was your first one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of artists, came up to us afterwards.
Yep.
And that's also, the connection piece.
The
which is
networking.
a big reason that we were so excited to go is like,
Uh-huh.
hey, there's 20 other artists going there. Who's going to sound good? Who's going to be a great person that we
Mhm.
can collab with? And we met up with a couple of them so far and have been making music with them and just super excited.
Yeah. The artist Fruit came up to us. He's friends with Enz Rose.
I've heard of her. She works.
I think you
she-
interviewed both of them.
Well, not NZ. NZ
Oh,
rides
okay.
with the Waterwave TV group.
Okay. Okay.
And I went to college with those guys.
Oh, dope.
You went
But,
to college with Waterwave?
Well, I went to college with Kelvin. I went to high school with Kelvin. Shout out Kelvino, man. I still remember the shit he dropped in high school. It was hot. But anyway, yeah, I've heard of NZ Rose's name a lot. She's popping off. I think
Yeah.
she had a few shows like at Target
This
Center.
stuff's
and shit
really
like that.
good.
At
Yeah.
Target Center?
I think they play her music at Target Center, like the DJ for the Timberwolves games
Oh,
and
wow,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
Like
sick.
he'll play like a few other tracks. Same with like Trace on Green and stuff like that. Have you guys collaborated a lot with Waterwave?
No.
I haven't
That's
heard of
okay. You
them.
can just collab with us.
Well,
Water
yeah.
Wave's trash.
Yeah.
Even though they got their own store and shit.
Oh shit.
The only reason why I hate on Water Wave is because they did an interview with our boy Endless Grudge, and they kind of like roasted his ass.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
we're-
like, fuck Water Wave.
We're here for we're here for your reply when you're ready, bro. Nah, but for real though, I mean, they work well with a bunch of the hip hop people in locally, so that'll probably be a good group to get connected with. Because they definitely got shit popping off. They also have a store over off of what is it?
I think it's in Uptown,
Yeah, it's in Uptown.
but fuck.
It's
Water
by
Wave.
Como. Hell no.
I love how Tony's in the background. Like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
We want the beef.
Kinda, a little bit.
No, you're serious, bro. I'm getting scared.
It's fine, dude. I'll be all right.
Wait, so dumb question. Are they just like a podcast?
Nah,
Sue?
they're kind of like a label almost.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
they have a store where they like
I think it was a
Resell
podcast
stuff.
that turned,
yeah.
into.
to that.
They podcast too for show.
They do have their own store too.
They have their own store. They sell kicks. They resell kicks.
Okay.
They got a vision for sure, and they work a lot with hip hop, like specifically.
I was actually
Ooh.
so like how I got into podcasting is like No Jumper, and
Love that show.
One of them
so-
was on No Jumper.
yes.
yeah.
So Adam,
Oh.
the host of No Jumper, was up in Minneapolis because one of his buddies, Reed, who actually was a roommate with my cousin in college, is like a
Oh.
professional BMXer.
Yeah.
So he was up here for like a kendama like competition, and Water Wave like pulled up and like made him do like a 30-minute interview.
Damn.
At the competition?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, so you were talking about Enz Rose though. You said you collaborated with her. Or you talked to her.
No, I reached out to her and she said she would collab in the future, but
Yeah.
Fruit ended up coming over to our house the week after the concert, and we have like 2 tracks in the works.
Okay. Are they gonna be on your next EP, or are they just kind of works in progress right now?
No, works in progress. We're already planning like our first album drop, and it's gonna be on September 25th of
25th?
this year.
2 days after my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
That one's for you.
Yeah.
Hey bro, I'm
Just for you.
gonna stream it, bro.
Yes,
Hard.
sir.
Telling you guys,
Might even make the set.
gotta be good. Event, we could do it.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick. I'd
No,
be
hell yeah.
down.
Yeah. No, for
I'm
sure.
saying we could do like hip hop, rap, and then transition to EDM later in the night.
That would be
It'd be tight.
super fun.
The So you said it's dropping on September 25th.
Yeah, so we were just talking about it today. Like, we've kind of been lacking on some things that basically a whole team would do, but we want to do ourselves. So like flyers, merch, more promotional things, like have our music videos ready when the drop date comes and things like that.
Have it ready, like the merch ready to go, the promo ready to go, the music videos ready to go. All that
Yeah.
stuff is hard,
Yeah.
especially because when you're trying to plan like on a release date. Because I know a lot of these are. What do you guys use for distribution? Like DistroKid,
TuneCore.
TuneCore.
Yep.
Because like I know for like distribution, you got to set your date, and that date once you set it, you can't really change it without fucking up the whole release release program.
Yep.
So it's almost like that deadline is a hard deadline to make, especially if you're setting that deadline before you shoot your videos. What kind of issue is that? Kind of like something you're running into right now, or
Yeah, just because. So when we dropped our first EP, we had a music video in the works from this connection we had in Miami, which is a crazy story. But he wasn't really done with it. So then like a month goes by and we're like, hey, can we get this out? And then kind of when we dropped it, the hype was a little bit over. But
kind of like you missed the hype, like you missed the peak of the wave.
Yes.
yeah.
And that part is hard too, especially when you're collaborating with like people that don't turn around as fast as you want them to. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Is the guy from Miami being the only person you worked with?
In Miami, yeah, for
Miami.
videographer.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
What were you in Miami
videographer.
for?
So
Rolling
A
Loud.
music video?
It's your Miami what week?
okay, so we were in Miami for Miami
You.
Swim Week in July. I signed up for this like Instagram thing to walk in Swim Week.
Is that like a model thing? Like
Yeah.
a runway show?
But it
type of
was
thing?
kind of something you didn't have to have experience. It was something for everybody.
Yeah.
And when I was there, this guy reached out to me and said, hey, you can come use this content studio whenever you want. And so then we did that. We went back to Miami, did this whole like studio produced music video to one of our songs on our first EP. And we were just about to leave, and they're like, hold on, how did you get in touch with Evan Golden? Because that was his name. It was the owner of the place. And I was like, he reached out to me, like just offering this for free. And we thought it was a scam. Like we were FaceTiming them
like
before.
A scam sometimes.
Yeah. And so it turns out he thought I was a different Tia with like 200,000 followers, and I guess she's famous on like OnlyFans or something. And he mistakenly DM'd me with all this information.
God's plan.
Yeah, we got there like, you're shooting photos, right? And we're like, no, we're gonna do a music video. And the guy that was shooting for us, he's like, oh fuck yeah, like what do you want to do? And we're like, space, AI generated backgrounds, all this other fun shit. And he's like, I am so down. I haven't got to do one of these because I've been shooting freaking model pictures.
Shooting model pics.
Yeah.
He's
like,
I hate
God.
this shit.
My life is so hard.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't got to see another bikini.
I'm over it.
Yeah, it turns out he was like obsessed with aliens too and all that AI stuff. And
Worked out.
Yeah.
So
Makes that really good.
we found out right when we were leaving. They're like, oh, you weren't supposed to be here. But we became best friends, and we were like giving each other group hugs on our way out. So it was like, it worked out perfectly.
The vibes were there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
Yep.
So you made that connection in Miami then. So that's good. He produced your music video?
Yes.
That's fucking
filmed
dope.
and edited. Yeah.
I didn't watch the music video yet. That was on my to-do list that I didn't get to.
Oh yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like he did a lot of mixture of AI generated space stuff and then just different, like he had a green screen, so a bunch of backgrounds with that.
Yeah.
But we had a lot to do with kind of what we wanted and what we wanted it to look like. So we were kind of part of the creative process. It was fun.
Yeah. Lots of like if I was sitting in this chair, my body would turn like an anime character halfway while I'm rapping, and then in and out, kind of that sort of vibe.
Very acid.
I've seen those type of AI like generated things. Like I think it was, who was it? Don Diablo, where he was like he was DJing, and then out of nowhere he turns into Elon Musk. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, what? And then like he turned into like a cat.
Oh my god!
It's like, AI does some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
What's have you guys? I mean, AI has been a pretty huge tool that you have used. What's your favorite type of AI to use, or do you really leave that up to the people creating?
Yeah.
The most we use in AI would be like ChatGPT to write like briefs or whatnot, like descriptions of kind of who we are, because we can, we'll write out a story of, we got this release coming up. We'll tell them the story and be like, can you make this sound less dumb? And then they'll give us a better grammarized version of it. That's basically what we use it for.
Okay.
But what he was using it for is, taking these videos and throwing them in, and they would take 30, 45 minutes just to, get through the process and then turn us into actual animated characters without changing our appearance or whatever. Because I look the same, but now I'm an anime character, which I love personally. So.
Oh hell yeah, bro! I love just you got the Sukuna shirt on right now, bro.
Yes.
Are we gonna see any like anime references in future videos? Maybe.
Yes. So speaking of Sukuna, out of JJK Jujutsu Kaisen, I have a bar in our new EP. My first bar, or it's in my first couple bars. I say, I alone am the honored one, which is a reference to Gojo Satoru or whatever his name is. But he's like the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen. But I love anime, so I try to bring that stuff into my lyrics sometimes. Yeah. So it'd be cool for somebody to reach out one day and be like, hey, I noticed you referenced this.
I noticed you said this.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
We also have an anime kind of inspired animation music video for one of our songs on our first EP. But same kind of deal, just didn't plan out with the release date, but it's in the works.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you guys to record, release your first EP?
I think we started recording in May 2023, and we finished our first song probably a month. Finished, we probably got 2 or 3 songs done in the next 2 months. And then I think our last song, In the Moonlight, we finished the day before we left to Miami. And we were originally planning to shoot a music video with Brawley 500, but he was unable to make it. So we were like, shit, we got to make either another song or make a music video with the Brawley 500 song and just, AI generate him or just do something for his part. So we ended up whipping up a song in the Moonlight, which is one of our most popular songs.
Right. Yeah. It's your number one on Spotify, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That was like in 2-3 hours the night before we left to Miami.
Yeah. I think that's number 2 on Spotify.
Am I tripping?
Whip that together.
I think it is number 1 now this week.
In the Moonlight,
Is
yeah.
it?
I was doing my homework.
He checks my Spotify more than I do.
I was doing my homework, man.
Yeah. But we whipped that together the day before Miami, and then we were listening to it on the plane, and it turned out like so good. I was so proud. But yeah.
It's it's your most popular right now, but your most plays is Morning on Mercury.
Yep.
Yeah, so that one is it's featuring an artist called Ivory. She had about like 2 million monthly listeners at the time. And I was listening to her like every day. I was obsessed with her.
Yeah.
So I posted her on my story one day, and then she hearted it. And I was like, no way. Like, this is my one and only chance. So I reached out to her, and it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't really want to say the rest. But
we got the music done, and it all worked out.
It all worked out. That's all that matters, man.
That's the music video that we're still waiting on. But it sucks because it's already been out for so long. So now we're gonna be like, all right,
you gotta almost make a new release plan for the music video.
Yeah. So that'll be in the future, but it'll be super cool because it's fully animated, and being an anime fan, to have my own anime basically episode is dope to me.
Trippie Redd did like an all anime video with Alice in Wonderland.
Yep. That's one of my
the one with the big ass fucking spider.
She doesn't like that one.
Dude, me either. I hate spiders, bro. But like the music video,
Alice in the Wonderland, though, dude.
Dude, the music video is pretty trippy though. It's like she's riding like a big spider, and it's like the drop.
Dude,
the drop is just
1400 gang.
Speaking of Alice in Wonderland, you kind of got the vibe of her as well.
You got some Wonderland. You got Wonderland drip for sure.
I stalk her a lot. I'm like, I like her style.
Dude, she was one of the people, like when I started getting into EDM, she was one of the people I followed the most. And like she has a side project called White Fang, and that's more like hardcore. Like,
did you go to the Dylan Francis?
Yeah, Lost My Mind tour. Were y'all there?
Mm-mm.
No,
that show was so good, dude.
You were there?
Armory? Yeah,
it was a good show.
We probably hung out, but we didn't know each other.
Probably. It goes like that. But yeah, you definitely got some Wonderland vibes for sure.
Yeah. Dude,
Thank
she's
you.
on the lineup too for this festival called The Hangout. And I think it's down south, but it's got like all genres. Like Zach Bryan's performing there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Definitely trying to go there.
That's definitely a mix of genres.
What state is that in?
I think Alabama.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Quoted.
Yeah.
Oh no. But definitely though, I got some people that I can send your way and get you guys in touch with for sure. And then also like you guys should come out to like some like EDM shit.
Yeah, I was just thinking
if I got
that.
room on the guest list, I'll definitely throw y'all on, bro.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
Pull up, we'll just have a good fucking time.
Yeah, wait, what show do we got coming up that we were supposed to have like a pre-party for?
Well, not anymore.
What are you looking over there for?
No, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No, it is.
No, the show don't start till 10:30, and the room closes at 9. So it's like I can't get people fucked up and have an hour and a half of intermission.
How about we just hit up like Northeast?
I'd be down.
We get
What are you
like-
guys doing on the 9th and the 10th?
This month?
Yep. No, February.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, this month. No, actually, you're really gonna like our first song on our new EP called Purple Solo Cup.
Purple Solo Cup.
That is.
What's the inspiration for that one?
We were recording songs for this concert, our first concert,
Yep.
our show, and we wanted, the lit, just get party,
Like party vibe. Yep.
And I love EDM, so I was like, that's fine. A kind of, the new beats like the Rage lore or the Peep lore. Have you heard those beeps?
I haven't. No, you gotta put me on. You gotta put me on.
So look up MO space beats on TikTok.
Mo Beats.
Yeah, he's got some fire shit, but we wanted like an EDM rap beat basically.
Okay.
So this is our first song, Purple Solo Cup, is like
What's
EDM,
that?
but with rap lyrics.
What's the tempo at?
See, I told you.
179.
Oh, that's like drum and bass.
No,
I
I'm
told
kidding.
you
I have
they're
no
going
idea.
EDM and rap
okay.
at the same time.
I was about to say, I was like, that shit sound like it's gonna slap at 179, bro.
Yeah, no, it's probably like 150, 160.
See, like I
That's like
didn't
dubstep.
listen to too much guys' music for this interview, but just like looking at his Instagram page came off as like we sing, but we also do like EDM shit.
Dude, I got no doubt in my
Yeah, I like
mind that
that.
once you guys catch that wave, you're just gonna fucking go. Like
So-
your
Appreciate
content's
that.
there, your fucking swag is there, everything is there, bro.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
swear.
But that song, Purple Solo Cup, so
Mhm.
the meaning behind it, we're just typing out today, actually. Well, it's kind of my parts that I sing. It's lit and it's a lit song, but if you listen to my words, I'm talking about like kind of flashbacks to being at college parties and kind of the more dark side.
Hit me
of-
with the bar real quick.
So one of it goes, once upon a time, I fill my purple solo cup. And then it goes,
Sing it.
what is next? I'm blanking.
Once upon a time, I filled my purpose solo cup.
Blanking.
Not enough.
Not enough. I walk down the hall, I get visions of angel dust. So I talk about like walking down the hall, like looking over, seeing like Coke in one room, something in the other.
Oh, that
And then
sounds fun.
and then I say, bitches out here drinking their fears, thinking they're not enough. So just
Okay.
kind of like the real, like when you wake up the next day and you're kind of just like, oh shit, what did I do? Why did I do it? But
So you're kind of talking through that, like, oh, we're partying, we're turning up, but I also feel guilty.
a little
I'm
bit.
like, I
yeah.
got
Love it, yeah.
responsibilities in the morning. Like, I should
Yeah.
not be here, but I'm also here.
Well,
So
dude, when I was in college, it was almost like I didn't give a fuck though. So like I can like relate to that.
Mhm.
You
I didn't
know?
even go to
Same, same.
college.
No, dude. Well, like the way I thought about it is, it's like no one's watching me, no one's there. I can literally get as fucked up as I want.
Yep.
And like
Same.
I wasn't going to class. I don't know about you guys.
No.
Like
My college was Skyway Theater. That was-
we definitely weren't going to class, motherfucker.
It was just so easy to be like, oh, this family member needs help. I have to miss this exam. And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, me, I was just not even going.
No.
Like I gave up. Like I wasn't a dumb kid. I would just stop going.
You didn't pull the death in the family card, did you?
I pulled like 10 of them.
my grandma died 10 times, bro.
The same
Actually,
one.
the worst one I did, and I'm gonna get back karma. I said that my mom got in like a near fatal accident. I had to bring her to the
I
hospital.
cannot believe you would
I know.
do that. I would think about doing that and be like, if I do this, it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
But then
I'm
I would
worried
just
about
smoke on the couch with my friends, be like, let's watch the next episode.
Shout out,
Yeah.
mom. Shout out, mom.
Yeah.
For getting
Sorry,
me out
Mom.
of class.
So you made it to class today, yep? Nope. You're dead, actually.
Did you guys graduate from college?
I was just gonna ask. that.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
did. What's your degree in?
I have a business management degree with
Nice.
an emphasis in HR.
Okay, dope.
Yes.
And then I had public relations.
Graphic design.
Yep.
Boom.
Public-
I
yeah.
remember.
Art minor.
Yeah.
So you guys basically have the degrees for the business you're in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. We
fucking
actually
cool.
used them. That's
Yeah.
kind of.
I am in an HR generalist role right now, so
Okay.
it actually panned out to where I am using my degree.
Mm-hmm.
But it also helps in a lot of the stuff that we're doing,
Yeah,
reaching out to people, talking to people, just being
does.
more professional.
The business management
It helps a
aspect.
lot. Yep.
It does.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope too that it worked out that way. It's almost like it was meant to happen. You know,
Mhm.
We
That-
talk about that a lot.
Did you guys plan on becoming this 5 years ago, 10 years ago?
I saw her freshman year in a class,
High
I
school
sat
or
in front of
college?
him.
college.
College.
She
okay.
sat like four rows in front of me. I was like, oh, I want to talk to that girl.
Oh, you're mine.
You're mine. She walks past me. I don't talk to her until 4 years later.
Yeah, cold
Yeah.
feet.
Hey, man.
happens.
Yeah.
It goes like that sometimes. I went to the
Yeah.
same bar for 7 years.
For
For
met my
one
wife.
girl.
And I finally like met like the girl I've been like
Stalking.
yeah, pretty much. And now we're having a kid. So I'll
Hey.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's pretty dope.
Hoodie the dad, not Hoodie the host no more.
Odie the old.
It's crazy how it works out. Yeah, that class was political science. I just hated it.
Poli sci.
Yeah.
Poli sci.
I didn't even know he was behind me. I was like,
It was cool because she always wore this pink. I don't know if it's Adidas or Nike or what.
Adidas.
Adidas, and she wore this pink hat. I was like, it's the girl in the pink hat. And then I finally make it to her house like 4 years later, and I see the pink hat hanging up in her closet. I'm like, we made it, boys. We
Okay,
made it.
so hold up. When you made it to the crib, like, was it a college party and you saw the pink hat? You're like, she's here.
No.
Or like what?
Because we had just hung out like before I actually got to like the first date
Mm-hmm.
at her apartment.
So
We just hung out
nervous.
at like bars, and like
Right,
people would
yeah.
come to my house, and like friends of friends
Mutual shit.
finally said we should hang out like by ourselves
Yeah.
instead of all these drunk people around us. So that's when I went over there and I was like, where is it? And then I found
Where's
it.
the fucking pink
Where's
hat,
that? Yeah.
Hey man,
How long until you guys started making music together then? Like after dating and whatnot?
Started dating
February 1st.
February 1st of 2022. 2022. Didn't start making music until May 2023. But technically, early
we were
on,
talking from like November of 2021, and then I didn't tell him that I like wrote and sung until January, and that's when we made that first small track.
because she sent me just her singing
Freestyle
over like a lo-fi beat.
And I like, damn, you make music?
I took it in and, did all my effects on it, mixing, mastering, and then cut it up and just all that stuff. And she's like, oh my God, this is exactly what I was envisioning. So then it was just perfect. And also, shout out her, because her branding, marketing, and all that side of her, I never had. Making my own music, I would just make it and then not do shit with it.
Yeah.
I'd post it on SoundCloud, tell my friends, like, now you guys can listen to it in the car or whatever. I don't have to send you an email.
Right.
So she brings that side of the music like to fruition. Like it's just like I was missing a whole 50% of my whole process.
Same for me too. I never had the beat making, anything. I actually got like a tiny soundboard when I was in high school, and then I tried to learn it for a day and I sold it, and I was like, this is too much for
Only
my
one
brain.
day,
Yeah.
That's great. It seems like you guys are completing each other. That's great.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. That's what we compliment each other on all the time. It's, usually you look for somebody that's so similar to you, and we are in some ways, but with our musical talents, it's almost like
polar
opposites. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Easy.
Though.
Yeah.
You can't be completely this similar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or completely polar opposite at some points.
Yep.
But so you guys are going to Vegas.
Yes.
Tomorrow, the next day? Or?
Tomorrow
after
is
work.
Thursday. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I went to been to Vegas once. Super good time. And the best part about Vegas for me is I don't gamble.
Same.
So it's even more fun for me because I don't like come home and I'm like, oh, I have no more money.
Yeah. Regrets. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about gambling.
he's pulled up and ready to yeah.
You guys got any big
Quick
plans
plug.
while you're out there? Or?
A lot of the stuff is she got her hair done. We're gonna be MoonlightVro on this trip. We're not gonna be Brennan and Tia.
For sure.
We're
going
gonna
Vro.
a lot of contents. We're printing the flyers out, getting a lot of shit done, just so we have, that way we can plan ahead and post and just keep things rolling instead of having that gap in between releases. So we need the media, and we need the social, stuff.
I think we're
popping.
Yeah.
gonna make a lot of content too for the album, because we accidentally made the cover art for the album when we were making the EP last week, and we're like, no, this is too good, like we gotta save it for the album.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice because my mom's going on the trip since we're visiting my brother and everything, so she's gonna be our little videographer.
There you go.
So you
Shout
guys,
out mom. Like I said
Yeah,
earlier.
exactly.
so y'all are on Instagram, TikTok. What other social medias are you on? And is it the same one, same handle for everyone?
Yeah. We're also on Snapchat, same
Okay.
handle.
And what's the handle though?
Just MoonlightVro, but on TikTok, all the O's are zeros because
Okay.
someone already took the name.
Someone already took that one.
Yeah, and I looked them up and I was
Yeah.
like, they don't even post. I'm like, damn.
Bro, you can I don't know what you can do, but I know some shit's out there that
What was it?
yeah, you can send like a cease and
Oh.
desist or some shit. Like,
Oh,
do you guys
okay.
have like a EIN
I love Snapchat.
and like a LLC?
I do, but not. It's
Not-
for like content creation business on the side, but not for
Not for Moonlight
music.
Bro.
No.
I got
Should we
you.
make one?
If you're planning on making money under that name, yeah.
And do you know Chevy?
No.
Chevy
Chase?
Woods?
No.
Chevy Chase. I love Chevy Chase.
I just saw that he followed your guys' podcast.
Shout out Chevy.
Shout out Chevy.
Shout out Chevy.
Chefmeister.
He helped us mix and master some of our one of our songs on our new EP
Mhm.
called
Second
Yes.
and third, yeah.
Yeah, second and third. Nope. Chevy was just UKTV. YNP was
Oh,
Traffic
that's
in the
right,
Milky
that's
Way.
right. That's right.
Let's get Chevy on here.
Yeah.
He would come for
Honestly,
sure.
he
He's
follows
a-
you guys, so I thought you
I
guys
know,
would
I
have
feel
known him.
bad that he is now. Tony's in the
Like
background. Now.
QUIS?
He knows who he is.
He's the mastermind behind
Nice.
everything, man.
Tony
He
does
knows
everything.
everybody. He knows everything.
He does all the editing.
He's the
Okay.
type of
all
guy
the
that
important
like,
shit.
if you do something, he already knew you were gonna do it.
Yeah.
Psychic.
No, literally.
He's the dad.
It's
of
like
the
in
group.
Star Wars, and they're like, the Sith Master already knows.
Yeah.
That's his ass.
Shout out to Chevy because not only did he help mix and master, like my favorite song on this new EP, but he told us a lot about, the business side of
Yeah.
what we need to do to succeed.
And
those are the people you want to keep around too.
Yeah.
And a lot about life. Like
Yeah.
each time that we book with him, we'll go on a tangent for like 30 minutes just talking about life. He has so much like wise knowledge. It's
Is he a little bit
cool.
older?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like the people you want to keep around are like the people you can easily like talk to, people that could teach you. And if that's one of those guys, then for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? It's
Especially
all,
when,
it's all
like,
about the circle and the
When it's
network.
like personal and business, they can give you like,
Yeah.
advice on both.
It's a good
That's
mix.
good.
Like she gets off the mic, all of a sudden we're talking about how we can spiritually elevate ourselves to be
Literally.
better people in the world around us. Like it's such a good dynamic.
Do you guys ever feel like when like your partner needs a break, does one of you kind of take over?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever like
Mhm.
felt that way?
Sure.
Yes. While making music,
Yep.
Sometimes she'll get on the mic first and be like, I just, something's not clicking right now,
Mhm.
writer's block or whatever it be. I hop on there, we get a verse going, and then all of a sudden it starts flowing. Like
Mhm.
we help each other out in the way of either writing lyrics, just getting a bar down and give you something to go off of. Like
Mhm.
that's the dynamic that we can. It's nice being a duo.
yeah.
Somebody can't do it. One of us is going to be able to, create something.
What's your favorite thing to do as a duo,
I would
Can't say
say
it.
music wise? music wise.
Lil Peep fan.
first thing that came to mind was like freestyling. So
That's the first thing
we
that came to
needed we needed one more track.
I'm only one having fun over here. Yeah.
When was that track that we just needed one more and we were like, was that before In the Moonlight? I don't know, but we're just like, let's freestyle. And then he turned it, press play, and I go together. And he goes
Oh,
together.
yeah.
And then I started laughing, and then we just dropped all these melodies. It was so fun.
We had this
Together.
She's like, I was like, because we were, okay. It started like, all right, let's just fuck around and make a song where we just go back and forth like live.
Mhm.
And then we were like talking while it was recording, and I was like, you want to do this together? And she's like, together? And I cut out like everything else besides together, and it just like,
Can we play that into
So
the
it's
mic?
together like an ad lib.
yeah.
What song is it?
Could we? Do you have it on your phone?
Are we gonna get copyrighted?
You have
No,
it.
Is it
I
on
don't.
Spotify?
I don't know. It's on my email.
Oh, it's unreleased.
I feel like I have it in our
It's-
messages.
Dude, I'd love to work with y'all and like I'd love to produce a song for y'all.
That would be amazing.
That'd be
be
super
fucking dope.
fun.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Purple Solo Cup. I feel like you're gonna hear it and be like, okay,
This
I
is
can
my
definitely
shit.
whip something together for them. 'cause-
Dude, yeah.
Sipping on the drink.
Whatever it is, we got it going on. Plus, I lack in the vocal mixing aspect.
You sound great right now.
I appreciate you, man. You look great.
Thank you.
But yeah, mixing vocals has always been hard for me. And so yeah, I'd love to just even learn from you. I use Logic.
Okay.
Logic has kind of been my go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, any experience? Well, you said you took a GarageBand class. I'm assuming you used GarageBand for that class.
I did use GarageBand for that
Okay.
class, and for some reason back then I was making orchestral. Like that was my vibe.
Well, I mean, music theory.
Yep.
You know,
I think that's where
That's
I
where
kind of
that
got an
comes from.
idea. Yeah. At the time, I just liked how it sounded. I always loved classical music, and it was 7 a.m. in the morning, so I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna vibe out to some Beethoven type beats right now.
So I'm guessing you
that.
learned music theory then, like you know how scales work, and
I know how the tools on FL Studio can
Okay.
create scales for me that
Okay.
I can build my stuff off of.
gotcha.
Certain scales like D minor, I know the keys in.
Mhm.
Like I can do stuff like that just because of how many times like I would make beats just because I like how a certain scale sounds.
Mhm.
So those minor chords are like always my
Do
favorite.
you know like the formula?
No.
for the scales.
I've watched
Dude.
YouTube videos, but
There's a sick cheat sheet
yes,
that
I
has
need that.
Ooh.
every formula on there. So like I've been producing in the Phrygian scale lately. The Phrygian scale is kind of where like you hear those really like dark grungy beats, like
Okay.
kind of like a Lil Uzi or kind of like it just sounds more moody. They
Yep.
call it the devil scale.
Okay, see, that's something I'm interested because I'm
Yeah.
usually working the natural DeLorean scale, which
Okay.
is usually minors. I'm assuming. I don't know. It just sounds kind of that Juice WRLD type, but I also
Mm.
watch a lot of Internet Money, so I'm assuming that's where I got that scale from.
Yeah, I'll send you this.
Yeah.
After the podcast once this is wrapped up here. But yeah, dude, I feel like you and I could probably collaborate, work well together.
Yeah.
Back
At
to
least
the
for a few
9th.
songs.
I don't think we're busy. We
Yeah,
don't
so
have anything planned that weekend.
I got 2 shows on the 9th and the 10th. So on the 9th, it's a show at Union Rooftop, and on the 10th, it's a show
I
at.
love that place.
Dude, I'll put y'all down. Come through. Let's have some fun.
Bet.
Sure.
I typically like get some bottle service going. So
Fuck
like,
yeah.
So-
we'll be chilling. It'll be a good night. And
Yeah.
then we got Lucky. Lucky's headlining that night.
Is
Wait,
Union?
Lucky, like from Chicago?
No, Lucky the Unfortunate. It's
Oh,
it's a
okay,
house.
okay.
It's a local house guy.
Okay.
He's fucking dope. He produces a lot too. There's a lot of people that like produce EDM that we all know. So
That's it.
and I'm getting like we're all about like growing together because
Yeah.
that's the only way this community grows is together.
Yeah.
You know,
Together.
Yeah.
Together.
together.
Gotta be good. Together.
Gotta be good.
Gotta be good
What's
together.
so before we wrap up here, what's one thing, and I want to hear from both of you.
Yep.
What's one thing that you would tell yourself 5 years ago? Like what's something you know now that you wish you knew then?
Gotta think.
Mine would be to give it my all. I know there's this quote that's, you got to burn the boats or burn the bridges, but it's almost like let go of everything that's holding you back from going full on into your desire, your dream. So my dream would be to perform on a stage in front of thousands of people.
Mhm.
What's holding me back right now is, money. I have a 9 to 5, like all these things are holding me back. But you see a lot of artists like, okay, fuck it. I'm getting face tats. I'm doing all this shit that's going to basically
Force me to do that.
force
shit.
me to like
Yeah.
say fuck it to these things that are holding me back. And that's, now that I have her, that's also helping me do this because I have somebody that is filling this other 50% of the stuff that I wasn't doing or couldn't do with the marketing and branding side. So I'm almost like evolving into a new stage, which feels great. It feels like I can finally do this. It's giving me some breathing room to where I can see the vision. I can see the path that I need to walk. So 5 years ago, I'd be like, fuck it and just
go.
send it.
Get
Yeah,
a crybaby
Send it.
tattoo on your face.
exactly.
Yeah.
On your forehead.
I don't know how many times I've thought about that.
That'd be sick.
I was just like,
That'd be dope.
Ass chic. Like, what about you? What's something that you know now that you wish you could know 5 years before?
I would say probably just like the art of not caring or not giving a fuck of what other people are going to perceive you as.
Mhm.
Because ever since I've been in that persona, I mean, all these amazing things have happened and
Mhm.
I don't let like, well, I'm not going to wear this wig. What if somebody, whatever. And it's like, no, just you have one life. No one even knows where we are. So just chase after what you want to do. Kind of the same.
I'm
vibes.
Moonlight Shorty, so I'm gonna wear this wig wherever
Yes.
the fuck I want to wear
And
it.
own
Yeah.
it.
So it's
That was
bro, Moonlight Shorty, but together it's MoonlightVro.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Yes, sir, baby. Hoodie, you got anything?
I don't think so. I appreciate you guys for coming on. First couple duo on the podcast.
go.
Hey, let's
We've
go.
had
Shout
one
out to
other
them.
duo. Shout out Morse and Todd, but they're like cousins. They're not. Like a
I know
couple.
them. Yeah.
Whoa.
So, appreciate you guys for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us on. It was awesome to be able
Yeah.
to share.
And I'm looking forward to working with y'all in the future too.
Of
You
course,
too.
That'll be
yeah.
fucking lit.
And we
Great.
could run another one too. And
Yeah, 5 years from now, we're all fucking popping.
when we're all
Yeah.
drinking champagne.
Hey,
and
1 year from now,
doing the
let's
best
make
cocaine.
it.
1 year from now, exactly.
Love that.
Y'all want to drop your social medias real quick besides your main one?
Yeah. So wait, not the main one?
I mean, you already dropped the main one, but you could drop the main one again,
MoonlightVro, Brennan Mueller.
Tia York, 2 A's.
and that's on everything.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
TikTok for me is Tia Marie Yo.
Well, y'all heard it here. You heard it first. We are the Gotta Be Good podcast, baby. MoonlightVro. We
Peace.
out of here.
Peace.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yes.
Love all the viewers.
Tell your mother about us.
Tell your mother about us.
Hit that bell.
Love
the
all
bell.
the guests.
Notifications on.
Put them on loud,
Or
motherfucker.
bad luck for
Yes, sir.
7 years.
Sweet.